Welcome to Adventures of a Wallflower with JD Morgan, and I am your host, JD Morgan. This is an extension of episode 1, Becoming Comfortable with the Uncomfortable. Episode 1.2, let's dive in. Right. So I wanted to expand a bit more on the first episode I did earlier in the week. And we call this section Embarrassing Story or Stories. First, I like to start out with one back in high school. It's around 2004 or 2005. If you're listening, I'm pretty sure you're going to remember this one clearly. So it was the end of the day. We're traveling home in a JUTC bus. This was back in Jamaica when I was going hard in high school. And I was basically reached at my stop, or one of my stops, that I could possibly exit the bus to walk the final steps home. And if you know, back then, the buses were ram-packed, and there was two ways you could actually exit the vehicle, either at the front or at the back. Now, you see, I was like standing there, squished together amongst people, door open, and I'm there contemplating where should I exit. And you know me, by then I wasn't so loud, I was a quiet person, so I wouldn't be shouting, hold the back door, driver, or anything like that. What I did instead is try to rush out the back door. And then that's when it all happened. My left leg got caught in the door when it closed. Oh, the vehicle almost drove off with me, hanging outside. That was a lucky one though. But really embarrassing. I mean, after a while I was like, oh, I hope Dwayne don't keep bringing this up back in school. But after a while, I just laughed at it and said, sometimes that's why you need to learn how to speak up. Sometimes you need to learn how to move more quickly. And sometimes you need to take your time. Maybe I could have stopped off at the next stop, moved a bit to the front, something like that. Probably would have been better. Right, so that's my first embarrassing story. I think I'm going to make that a habit. Each episode, at least, repeat an embarrassing story. And just to repeat some nuances on the first episode, where I pronounced Tobago. I felt shame after that. I was completely incorrect. I'm sorry for you Trinbagonians that I pronounced it that way. I just left it in the recording as a bit of a gag reel, so to speak. And funny enough, a few of my Jamaican colleagues from high school commented on the podcast and said I sounded like a train. I mean, I know I don't. And I know no trainee has told me that I sound like a trainee. So I don't know where my Jamaican camaraderies got this thing from. Heck, even whenever I talk to my brother Andrew, because I have like my oldest brother, he always try to joke, tease me with that Trini accent. I'm like, I do not sound Trini. I'm 100% Jamaican. I have no problems with Trini, but I'm forever Jamaican. Wherever I go, just the way it is. You dream to be like us. Yes. Right, so I'm going back to our next embarrassing story, or at least I do feel embarrassed about it. Something I wasn't very proud of. It's back in high school, probably earlier days in high school. Uh, there is time where we had these, I think we would call them digital chats. So, you message people randomly through by joining digital chat. This is back in Jamaica. Um, so I would have like talked to this girl that was going camping at the time and agreed to meet up. I was going Ireland, so that wasn't too far from where Sovereign was. Um, and I agreed to meet up. And a friend of mine, I believe his name is Xavier, if I recall, haven't spoken to him in a while, but he provided company to go and actually meet this person. For some reason, I saw the person before I even, actually met them, and they were like calling me to find out where I was and whatnot. So basically, the thing is, I ghosted them because I didn't like the appearance of the person. That was, I honestly felt bad because I could have handled that situation so much better. I could have still met the person and just, let things unfold the way they needed to unfold naturally without just ghosting them. So I think that's why in my present life now I try not to mess around with people's feelings, right? Um, Try not to ghost people and be actually upfront with people and not take the road of letting down anybody easy just to protect myself, but more so, you know, to be honest with them. Yeah. And then now back to this podcast and the reasons. I've been inspired by a few people. An ex-Jamaican colleague that her name is Angel. She did some TV show. It's to do with properties, and that was inspiring. People just getting out of their natural habitat and doing different stuff. Then I have our next friend, Tanisha, who pretty much does vlogs talking about air products, travel, and so forth. I know that was quite the experience when she started because I was following her journey from the start. She grown so much. And I'm saying, why not share my journey? The only this year I've been like become a author, you know. I've done some spoken performances, that is. Do apologize for my pronunciation at times. I think I need to drink a bit more water this one. As the Patrice Roberts song says, drink water and mind your own business, right? Let me mind my business, right? Right. So I think we've pretty much reached the end of this episode. Do not want to make it too long, as I will be talking next week a bit more about my book that I released and the journeys prior to releasing it. Okay, and I guess I'll go back to this lessons learned from the ghosting incident back in high school, and well, my present love life or non-love life. I will be Delulu until I find the Solulu. And that's me, JD Morgan, on another episode of Adventures of a Wallflower. Take care till next time.